Okay, from Fredericton north side somewhere, there's the street, dead end, lots of kids crossing the street, trails, used to be the railroad track, quiet area, very quiet. Woods, I don't know how far this goes, but we're going to find it.
Well, we have a story here. What you see on the other side of that, I guess that danger square checkerboard, is a proposed subdivision that's going to be eventually built there, which phase one is going to comprise of approximately 200 houses. Now, where there is going to be a problem here, and what the problem is that they're going to try to join this street to this new subdivision. Now, if you take a look at this street over on this side here, what you can see, it's a very quiet street, and the people who originally bought their houses here, they bought it for the peace and quiet. Now that is going to be sacrificed once these 200 houses are going to be put into place, because this is going to become a major thoroughfare between the two communities. Now, what we can foresee is that this quiet street will no longer be a quiet. Well, one, if you take through the development of it, there's going to be trucks going back and forth, mud, sounds. These kids will not have the opportunity to play. It's going to become a very dangerous area for the youngins. And they're, again, these are new families that are here. They came here because of what it is, a dead end and a quiet, safe neighborhood. And that will all change. Now, if this goes through, there's another problem that comes up that's quite serious, is that we've got the old Trans-Canada that joins up to the Princess Margaret Bridge. That structure is not designed to accommodate this kind of traffic that will be coming through. Then we have the Ring Road intersection. This is going to be a mess. Now, I spoke with the developer at a meeting. I have to say,
who is he?
It's, I believe, Spring Hill Developers, run by the Coulter family, and I think it's Jeffrey Coulter that I was speaking with.
Look at that, excuse me, look at that, 2 or 3 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old.
Now, it's safe. As a parent, that's safe.
Oh, really?
That is safe. You can rest yourself, but when this connection is made, this will no longer. But at the meeting, I have to give Jeff Coulter credit, because I addressed him at the meeting. I said, Jeff, what you're asking these people is for them to give up their right to the quietness and the safety of their street for your profits. I was expecting some kind of spin story from him, and he answered it honestly. He said yes. And there's a guy I would do business with because he was honest. He called it a spade a spade. But this is going to be a problem. Like I said, we're coming up on Wednesday. I will be at the meeting.
What's going to happen Wednesday?
It's going to be a presentation in front of the Planning Committee at City Hall, and I believe it's at 6 o'clock. I will be on the agenda, and I suspect there'll be other residents of the area that will be on that agenda expressing their concern about this. Personally, I support the residents. Of course, I only live a half a kilometer from this area. Right behind you, Charles, we can't see it because of the trees, but there's a whole ecosystem. There's a water system that's there. It's already protected by the province. But all this changes. How's that going to affect? And what seems to be happening from the city's point is that they're putting the cart before the horse. Because I know what they're thinking of is, hey, we put this subdivision in, and it's going to build up, and then we have Pepper Creek. Amalgamation. Amalgamation means more tax revenues. I mean, they do things in layers, right? They do a little bit here, and then a couple years goes by, they do another little there, another couple years go by, and over a period of time, they get to their end target. But I feel bad for the developer because, I think the city's kind of giving the run around. They say, yes, there's some nice things that can happen to you, but the infrastructure is not here. This quiet, these two little guys right there.
I know, that's what I was looking at earlier.
Once you have traffic coming through here, the conditions to why these people moved here is going to have changed. And that, we can't have. And the way that the feeling that I've received from Mr. Coulter is that if we could find an alternative solution to this, he'd be more than willing to work with it. But time will tell. We'll know on Wednesday night.
Didn't he say he's going to put a gate here?
Not at this point here. Where it's going to connect once this subdivision is built, there's Pepper Creek. That's kind of located roughly in that direction.
So there's no, when they build it, they're going to come use this?
This is going to be, for this phase of it, this is going to be what's going to be used to connect this subdivision with the rest of Fredericton. And it's going to change the whole environment here. And if I'd be the resident, if I'd be living on the street, I would be pissed. And, I'm going to be at the meeting, supporting the resident in their bid not to have this happen, because these are big ticket items when you buy a house. So it's a big decision in life when you decide to buy your house and you make the choice and you move to the place that you want. You're all happy, and all of a sudden, for progress, they're going to change your environment. There goes your safety. I mean, whether this road is not even set up for it. There is an alternative. The city could buy everybody out. Give them all $500,000 for their houses and do whatever they want after that. But still, the infrastructure problem is going to be there. They've got to take care of the infrastructure.
Yeah, because all this, there's going to be more traffic.
There's going to be more traffic. And say, if you come here in the morning when the school buses are running, and the massive of traffic, it's a whole different environment out there, from the bridges, from the ring road, lights. I mean, this is, a disaster waiting to happen, because, they haven't thought this out. The first thing that has to come, things have to be done with that Princess Market Bridge, and we got to take care of that problem before the next step can take place. Personally, I have no problems with the development there, but what it has to be is done.
What about this? Is this legal?
Well, it's skillful. Now, if I'd be a young fella, I'd be probably running it on the two wheels. What are you doing?
We're doing a video.
Oh, all right. I just scared you. There we go.
Well, I think you just blown your interview, your case. The trust can be worse than that. They were rude. They were saying, "What are you doing?" But
well.
So, what's your point? Looks like the neighborhood is pretty well adjusted.
It is. I mean, the frequency of that happening, random chance exists. But when you're going to have trucks going back here from, 6 in the morning till 8 at night, is going to be continuous, running. Once this is set up, it's not going to be a rare occasion. And plus, these guys here are loud. I mean, you can hear them, coming, a mile a minute.
Here they come again.
And it's an unusual sound, so you haven't desensitized to it. The other way is these kids will desensitize to the sounds of the traffic, and that's where problems are going to come.
So Wednesday?
So Wednesday, City Hall, 7 o'clock, and we're there.
Thank you.